Well, you're on the outside looking in, but if you want to be on the inside looking out, go to a glass house, and that's not all you can see. Scott Forrest work presented at the Glass House.
The Glass House, super extraordinary opportunity.
And what's the opportunity? For example, you got a combination of things happening, right? So people have these showings of these beautiful homes,
right?
But you quite often we have the conversations about how artwork actually elevates a home.
It does. The architects, I mean, as you can see on my website, you'll look under design, you'll look at all kinds of magnificent design and architecture and so forth, but it is that painting that lands on the wall in that space that just ignites it all.
So go ahead, yeah.
It's a big get. It's to have a property like this, and then to place, strategically gorgeous large scale works throughout it. That's not too busy. It's not a bunch of little pieces, but one large piece can really do a lot for a home.
Absolutely, and then with a glass house now, it's all about lighting. Do you take that into consideration? Because clearly, I imagine that it is just blown out with light. I mean, how do you consider that when you look at a wall and certain times of the day and how the light reflects on that?
Well, exactly. Great point. You definitely don't want to place anything in front or impede a view like this. My God.
Right.
Again, it just has to elevate the energy of a space. If it's going into a corner, obviously the glass is the show. That stays wide open. And, it may not seem obvious, but as you can see by this home, there's a few beautiful sculpted pieces around. If, Chris, you go to the website and show the Villa, same thing under design. Look down and see how we place them. Exceptional architecture, exceptional design by Solana Design and Anna Shea. And this is just an incredible example of just placing. Well, here we go. Here's the master bedroom here, and not a lot happening, but enough happening. Textures, colors, so forth. And here's a 7-foot painting of mine called San Francisco Bay that they love because that light coming in is directly off the lake, and that's what you're looking at. So it's all about that view, and it just heightens things. It opens up walls. These large-scale pieces almost feel like windows. Do you
ever have a piece where you go, because you compare and contrast, and when you have the outdoors, and of course it brings the nature indoors with a glass house, and then you go, wow, this is a beautiful piece, and you go, wait, based on its location now relative to, I'm getting all of this, not just the light, but it's got in Tahoe, we're looking at the outdoors quite often. Do you take that into consideration and find yourself going, no, I have to tell you something
They
else.
are too. I'm fully inspired by the textures of Tahoe, which is why I'm here, LA and New York and all that. Well, now I'm here. I love this so much. I love the Ponderosa pine. Here is Anna Shea, the designer, in front of this beautiful sort of mocha caramel mint sort of swirl that is just decadent and sexy, and you just want to lick it. And that's just what it feels like there. And it just and that whole big beautiful box by the architect was built for that beautiful painting for their main room. And there she is again in the master, and right out there is that beautiful view. Of course, it's the textures and the feelings and the energy of it, the colors, the golds, the light reflecting through this guest room right here. It's just, and it happened to match exactly with all the choices that the owner and the designer made in the room. You can see how it elevates the energy of it.
Yeah, a lot of your projects have great, like that one in particular has beautiful, beautiful energy, but yet sometimes you get into a room, someone's looking for a little more solace, but yet you still have your own personal signature to it. Like that's a little quieter with regard to energy. Do you dial in the owner's energy as well, or more of the house?
Absolutely. I mean, they have to love it. This is in the kitchen. Again, this one's called the Can, and that fit gorgeous inside of that wood box they have. Again, as you just, they actually made the choice in their architecture and their design so that art didn't take up a lot of room. It was a statement and an energy of just, it's just a bounce of good feeling. They just felt so good when they saw this work that they just simply said, this makes me feel good. And it's just, you could do this actually. And that's what Sotheby's is doing with the Glass House. They're having this big event, and the art simply is just like the jewelry on top of the architecture. Instead of placing a whole lot of furniture everywhere, you're walking through and you're just feeling good everywhere you look. It's just like, wow, wow, wow. And once you feel good and relaxed and grounded and comfortable, because you can't have all that glass and slick and floor and everything without a nice rough piece. It's the first line of design.
Well, before we go, where can people see this and when?
Well, it is this Friday, but you know, you can always go online here. Here's an invite here. You must RSVP and, you know, dress the part and come enjoy yourself. It'll be a lovely, lovely opening, and it's a rare opportunity to see this exquisite architecture.
Fantastic. Scott Forrest right there. Get on over there to the Glass House and enjoy a full immersion into art